This is day 85, and in this video, I'm gonna show our pre-edit mistakes from scrims yesterday, and like talk about what we maybe could have done better. So here, we're front side on the side of zone. We're the deepest team, and this team edits on my teammate and tries to spray him down. I know that, right? So my plan instantly is like, okay, they're gonna reset the wall, which makes the wall low. So that's a good pre-edit. It's only going to be take 2 pickaxes and it's going to break. Also, because the play is over and they're not committed anymore, they're probably going to go look at something else, which I was correct. They both start looking at something else. So instantly my mind goes to, let's like pre-edit them back from the same wall, because obviously we have 2 walls we can go for. We can go for this one, or we go for this one. This one is more HP, so it'd take longer, but this one is 2 HP, or like 2 pickaxes. So we go for this one. But as soon as I go for this solo starts spraying me, which is actually very unlucky because he didn't even know I was going for a play. He just randomly started shooting. So that is a little bit unlucky. But like, let's say this was a duo and they saw me going for a play, then that would make sense. Like, this is a little bit unlucky, but it's still like bad. Like, low-key, I didn't even know this guy was here in this like scenario. Like, I didn't really think about his positioning and like what he would do. So then I didn't even know he was spraying my tops. I go down, he cones him. My teammate has a pre-edit on, so when he tries to hold his wall, he places a pre, I think, somewhere. I don't know. Maybe they didn't place. And then I got coned by this dude, so I started pickaxing, and I pulled my gun out because I thought my teammate was with me to place the pre-edit, but he wasn't there. So then I just got coned by this dude earlier, so that I just can't get out. I'm in their box, and I die. So, like, I don't really know. Obviously, I know what the mistake is. It's this guy. If this guy isn't here, we're fine. But because we're going into, like, this is his space, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has the wall here, which is, like, what's fucking us over. So even though this is good to go for this wall in any other scenario, probably the only place to go for this wall, or go for this solo instead. Because if we go here and this is a duo instead, we're getting full griefed, bro. We're getting double sprayed, and exactly what happened here is we get cut off. And like, I think the execution was just bad. Like, the idea was good to go for the weak wall and they're not like looking at us, so they're distracted. But in this scenario, I don't think I can, because he has this box here and he has the piece on like this tile. I'm having trouble figuring out what I could have done here. So basically the context is I have 77 builds. My teammate has the 104, right? We could use a refresh. That's like 181 builds. Obviously, that's not the biggest refresh, but there's a knock body in here. The odds of winning a 2v1 is so high. Like, obviously, I'm going to go for this. I'm missing 80 builds. My teammate is missing 50. That's 130 builds that we're missing. If we get this refresh, this could be a win. You know what I'm saying? So, instantly, there's 2 walls I can go on, right? I can either go on this one or this one. This one, there's so many more people that I feel like can shoot at us. So I go for this one. And this wall gives us the right-hand peek. If we try to pre-edit from here, it gives us a left-hand peek. So I go on this right wall, start pickaxing this shit, but there's a stair behind it. So instantly I spray, and I'm holding this side, but then he edits, and then he collats both of us. Like, the thing is, with pre's, is like, if both of us stand here, like, I don't even know how, like, the person in front can't really see, because the person in the back is going to be blocking them. So, like, I don't know what I should have done there to not get hit. Then I place the cone, which is good. But the problem, like, I know one mistake I make here is after I break this wall is I try to place the wall instead of letting my teammate, like, obviously he has the pre. And if we're both pressured, like, let's say I'm just spraying my AR right now and I place the cone instantly. Because my teammate shotguns, and let's say I place the cone. But then I go for, like, the wall. I don't even know what I was doing right there. And then I get pumped again because I have my builds out instead of my shotgun, which I should have killed him right there. Then I AR again. My teammate should have his spree out right here while I'm spraying. And then I realized, like, yo, we're probably fucked. So I just kind of run out. And then my teammate dies. Then I go back on the right hand. And this guy somehow still kills me. I don't even know what just happened. Like, the thing is, obviously I'm open-minded to, like, anything, but like I don't really know. I think it's a good play to go for. Like I think the play is not bad. It's just I don't the execution was so bad, but I don't know like what the problem was, bro. Like I don't get it. Like I felt like we didn't even play that bad. It's just like yeah, I don't know. In this scenario, I hear these guys fighting below us. So instead of going for the pre instantly, like I think this play is a little bit different because obviously first we spray the stair before we go for the wall, which makes it a little bit different, right? So I placed a cone. So in this scenario, what I think I should have done instead is because they were in these two boxes, instead of dropping down here, because look, he just runs into the box. What I should have done instead was done what my teammate did, like stay up here, spray the wall, get the pre from like up here, and then they're fully fucked, you know what I'm saying? But because I dropped down into the box, they like go into the box with me and they just full like 50-50 me. And that's how I died. My teammate ends up 1v2ing them because they're ass, but there's no point for me to really go down here in this scenario because they were in these two boxes. And yeah, I think I should have stayed up here and we would have killed both of them. Alright, so in this all spawn, this is my first time showing all spawns in this, but basically, I have the best drop by far, right? Like, I fully cooked, like, even my teammate, I cooked my teammate. My teammate marks a shotgun here. So we know there's a shotgun and there's a chest, right? But for me, I don't know exactly where they are, so I don't know if they're lower. Like, if they're lower, like, let's say they're right here, bunny hop, and they get it, then I'm like, fucked, right? And I'm like high and I'm perfect for the door. Like my drop is not perfect for this. So my teammate tells me to go for a shotgun, but I decided to go inside the building instead. Which I don't know if that's the right play to go for the inside the building because this is the only guaranteed chest. But obviously we know there's a chest and a gun spawn, which is a shotgun. Although it's a shitty shotgun, it's still a shotgun. But I decided to go inside because like I was perfect for the door, but I didn't know if I had a best drop for this gun. So I don't go for it. And then they end up both getting like two. Yeah, they both get shotguns. We don't get any shotguns. I kill one of them, but the other one kills my teammate. And then I had no builds and I died. But maybe if I go for the shotgun, the guy who went for the shotgun, I can kill him. And then maybe it's different. But yeah, I don't know if I should have went for that. I don't know if I sold this off spawn. In this all spawn, I again have the best drop. And this time I go for the AR, like the floor spawn on the ground, because one, my drop is kind of low. I would have to bunny hop to get into the door. So I know I have best drop 100% because they're right behind me. So I go for the gun. But I think I make a mistake. So here, I go up, mantle up. And I think the mistake I make here is even trying to think about this guy instead of just killing this guy instantly. This guy, he has to get the chest or he loses because he needs to get the builds. And this is a guaranteed chest spawn. So I go for the AR here. But like I like run over here for a second. And obviously this guy, I can't mantle through here. And he's going to have a right hand peek. So there's no point in trying to peek this guy. He doesn't get anything this time. But if I would have instantly looked over here and I killed this guy, because I could have killed him if I would have instantly looked at him. Then that gave an opportunity for him to come in and shoot me. But yeah, like I said, as soon as I ran in the door, if I would have looked over here, because this is his only play, if I kill him, then we win. But because I hesitate and look over here, then he's able to get the bills and protect himself and wait till his teammate comes to help him, and that's why we lose. The mistake I make here is one I talked about in my earlier videos, is not scouting the terrain. So here, it double pulls forward. What I mean by that is the last zone pulled from here to here. So what that basically means is this is going to be dead. There's going to be no one over here. So it's going to be really free to rotate. Now, we're second height, and it's going to be easy for us to rotate. But obviously, we don't want to stay on this layer. Height's going to shoot us. But we need to drop a couple. But you don't want to drop all the way down, which is exactly what we do because I didn't know that there's a mountain here. Obviously, I know this terrain really well because this is close to my drop spot. But even then, like, I don't think about where we are on the map. You know what I'm saying? So that's why what I need to do is so that we don't go on edge, just build 2 hard boxes here. And we'd be here. Height might spray us, hold our tops. Just look at the terrain real quick. Look at what everything else looks like. and then make my decision. But instead of rotating and like scouting before my rotate, I go blindly, and then my first instinct is because height is shooting us, let's just backwards ramp down. And yeah, this is a good play in a lot of other scenarios. Like, this is good, but in this scenario it's bad because we're on such a low layer now, and we have to climb up this mountain the whole way. And now our game is not over, but it's going to be much, much more difficult because of one decision of not scouting the terrain, and therefore putting ourselves in a worse position than we were in. So we're on low ground, and I see this solo, and I know that we're going to need a fight. 25 builds, 21 builds. I want to fight before we run out of mats. So I tarp over and I call for a pre-edit. But then as soon as my cone starts getting sprayed, the play is over, because my teammate will have to, one of us has to hold, or we're going to take damage, right? My teammate just goes for the pre, and then look what happens. He gets cracked. He gets hit like 50. And now, like, it's like really awkward. As soon as we started getting sprayed, I should have just been like, all right, whatever. Close the edit, go front, and then tarp. But now my teammate has to heal, and we didn't get this kill because, like, I didn't stop the play. Like, I knew we were getting sprayed by height, but I was just like, bro, it doesn't matter. I should have stopped the play, because if that was any, like, how am I supposed to know that's height? What if that's a team 2 layers above us and they just jump in? So yeah, I can't do that when pre-editing or going for any type of plays. So on day 85, after my scrim sessions, what I did was I played GTA 5 before bed, and then I knew like I was supposed to go to bed, but I ended up staying past my bedtime like 2 hours, and then that like snowballs into the next day. Like, then I didn't wake up on time, even though I have an alarm. I slept through the alarm. That's how you know how tired I was. I got like 5 hours of sleep, which is not good at all for gameplay. Like, you're just gonna play worse. I ended up playing 2 sessions of vitals. It went pretty bad because we're calling off spawn, but it's making us better off spawn, which is really important. And one thing I want to talk about that's been on my mind is, like, for me, my biggest like flaw, or like as a person and as a Fortnite player, is just like my mentality and like being emotional with anger. So like being frustrated is like normal, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you get 10-0 in a 1v1, obviously you're gonna be frustrated. And I'm get super frustrated because I'm like, I'm not where I want to be. I don't want to lose. I want to be the best. And then it's frustrating to lose. But the difference between someone like who has a good mentality and someone who doesn't is, when they get that frustration, how do they use it? Do they use that frustration and into curiosity to learn and to ask why and like ruthlessly fix the mistakes? Or do they do that and they act out on the frustration and they get mad, they yell, they raise their voice, and they like break things? Because I'm the second one, bro. Like, I use my frustration in a bad way. I act out on my emotions, and what I was doing previously was to avoid things that would make me really frustrated. So like playing with other people, not doing 1v1, like too many 1v1s, because that the thing that makes me the most frustrated is 1v1s, because it's literally a constant fucking like feedback loop. You could literally get shit on every 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You could get 10-0'd in 5 minutes. And that is so frustrating. And the thing is, like, the behaviors and like that, it's become a habit for me. When I feel frustrated, get mad and like act out on it. And I have to break that pattern, basically, is what I'm saying. Is when I feel frustrated, I need to keep putting myself in positions where I become very frustrated, which is good because that means it's challenging me, right? Put myself in those positions, and I have to change the habit by not doing anything different. When I get frustrated, just keep playing. Don't do some dumb shit. Don't raise my voice. And then eventually the neural pathways will start to change. And then it'll become normal for me to not change. Even if I feel frustrated inside, you won't be able to see it on my face or my actions. So that's basically what I'm trying to work on. If I can fix that, bro, and then I'll be able to do 1v1s for hours and hours, and like that's when I'll become unstoppable. But until then, like, this is gonna be my biggest thing that I need to fix over mechanics or like pre-edits, whatever, bro. Like, it's my mentality. So this is gonna be something I'm gonna keep like documenting, talking about my progress on it, And yeah, that was the 85.